Switching to Adopt Nikola. And hey guys, welcome to the latest and greatest edition of Adopt Nikola with one and only Alberta champion, national master Omid Malek, whom all you know. Please give Omid a shout out. It's very nice to see him, and we have kind of known each other for many times. We played a few games, and also a huge shout out to Maria Emelianova, who kindly accepted to commentate this match. Also a huge shout out to Dirkje, Pizza Racer, Chiquitas, who are also fellow streamers. With that, so Omid, it's your turn.
Hi guys.
Yeah, thanks to Maria for hosting and commentating, and for Nikola to give me the opportunity. You just got a raid by. Thank you, Bullet Mercenary, for the raid for Nikola.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think this is going to be a very challenging match for me. So I'm definitely going to have to play outside of my comfort zone, because I can't accept any draws, of course. So I look forward to the challenge. And Nikola and I have had some interesting games in the past, definitely.
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to this challenge.
Some of them sober.
like today, yeah.
Okay, I have to say this. I don't think I have ever played Omid sober, so I'm a little worried about it. So anyway, hey Lali, it's very good to see you. And also, Maria, first, congratulations on this big award. Please tell everybody what that is. I think it's a big American award.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you for the introduction, and it's great to see you, Nikola and Omid. Yeah, I also want to say that I've never seen Omid drinking coffee before, but I definitely watched a lot of your streams, and I really like your streams, and I've been a big fan, and you're one of the people whom I followed before I became a streamer myself. Yeah, so yesterday I found out that I got the award in annual Chess Journalists of America Award, which is organized by US Chess Magazine and US Chess Federation. And we've been participating from chess.com with some articles and photos for a few years, and I did win once with the best photo, and once I got an honorary mention. But this year, chess.com did not submit any applications themselves, but my article, which I did for the US Chess Magazine last year on the first African tournament, which was in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, part of the Grand Chess Tour. So I did write the text, and I also did photos, and I didn't know that it was nominated, and I did not expect to win, of course, because I'm not a native English speaker, and I don't really write much. I basically wrote because otherwise there was no one else to write, and I wanted my photos to be seen. So yeah, it was really nice to find it out, and thank you for all your congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Maria. Congratulations again. Also, a huge shout out to Fiona, who just gave us a huge raid for 86 lovely people who came here with from Fiona's raid. Welcome. This is my name is Nikola. You guys know me, and this is a weekly stream, Adopt Nikola, in which I offer a $250 bounty for a stronger player than me to adopt me. And now it's the turn of one and only Alberta champion, national master Omid Malek, whom you all know. He has been a great streamer. He has been a great friend. And please, let me put a quick shout out to Omid.
Please also give a shout out to Omid in my chat, and welcome the Raiders. Yes. Welcome everyone.
Welcome Raiders, and also I also want to give a quick shout out to Chiquitas, who I'm playing against Lara, I think, in 2 weeks, and I think they are on Oh yes, thanks. So on 30th of August, so I think they're on a scouting trip. So please give also shout outs to Chiquitas.
Yeah, thanks, and congrats again to Maria. I know I said that offline, but it's a tremendous accomplishment, and to win different awards on a yearly basis for the past few years, definitely very impressive. So keep up the great work.
Thank you, thank you. It makes me even more eager to get back to field work, and makes me kind of sad that I cannot travel for so long, and probably won't be able to for a few months more. But makes me look forward to do camera work again.
Well, also the next week's match is against FIDE Master Julian Landau. Please follow him as well. He is a fellow streamer. He's a dear friend. We have plenty of epic matches. Some of them trolling, some of them not. Especially if Alessia Santaramo was involved. But anyway, and Omid. Oh, thank you, Screws, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Laura Unuk. That's very nice of you. Incidentally, Laura and Lara are representing Slovenia in online Olympiad, and apparently they're the strength of the team. They have better result than the team as a whole. Don't quote me, please, to the rest of the team, but that's definitely true. Thank you, Abby Sequence, for the follow, and thank you, Vidikovsky, for the follow. To again, for those of you who haven't been here before, this is a 5+2 one attempt adoption match. This is time control. That adoption in the chess terms means winning 10 games in a row. Hey, Bullet Mercenary, thank you for joining us. That's very greatly appreciated. Maria will commentate the games as they happen. I normally disconnect my headphones and I try my best to, to defeat adoption. So that's basically it. I'm more or less ready to start. I'm very uncomfortable about this match because Omid is a veteran of many such matches. He played against some very strong opposition. I think more recently he played against Benjamin Bach, and so on and so forth. Many matches against Alessia, and so on and so forth. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
All right, good luck.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
So are you gonna challenge me, and then
yes.
I'll just disconnect my headphones? Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to disconnect your headphones if you want.
You can just take them off, yeah.
Take them off.
Okay.
And it's NM _ Omid 87, if I'm not mistaken.
Just Omid 87. So no NM.
No, okay. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
One word, right?
Omid _ 87.
Okay.
_ 87, yeah.
All right, yeah, I see you. Very good.
Unable to follow.
All right, I'm taking this off and I'm send the challenge very shortly.
Maybe I have to change my settings too. I forgot about that, but I thought I was open to everyone. If that's not the case, then I could challenge you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got your challenge. Okay, good luck.
Good luck, guys. Okay, I should be seeing the game. There it is. They started. Okay, so first of all, thank you guys for all your beats and the hype train and the gifted subs. And thank you, Chess Daniel, for subscribing. So we have a limited time offer for those who would like to cheer. If you cheer with a keyword, either Omid or Nikola, then you will be able to get extra lava coins in case if they win. Did I actually make a mistake? All right. Trumpovsky, wow. Yeah, so Nikola is well known for thorough preparation against all of his opponents. think I made a mistake. No. Okay. So it's just the difference in writing of his name on Twitch versus on chess.com. Yeah. Okay. I was afraid I made a mistake in Omid's name, but I didn't. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna give times 5 odds for Nikola, times 3 odds for Omid on any beats that you put towards one of them, but you need to make sure that you use the keyword, and you can see the keywords on the screen. Yeah, so chat thinks that Nikola has not big chances of avoiding adoption. We'll see. Especially that we've never seen, at least I've never seen Omid playing sober. So he should be much, much stronger. Double up. Yeah, so it's basically going to be double up. Well, first you get your beats now, and then you think double up. Okay. Says he's sober. Well, it's like, I think it's like 9 or 10 a.m. for him. Ah, you gambled all. Ah, okay. Also, hi, Dirkia. Hi, guys. Maybe we should play A2 and A6 to stop the prep. Well, I'm sure Nikola is gonna be prepared for anything you've ever played. Choo choo, yeah, yeah, Daniel. Thank you guys for the hype train. Okay, so what do we have here? Even giving up a pawn. But now it's white to move. So they have c4 to stop the pawn. They can also play king g1. Maybe also for black we can consider playing king f7 to avoid this pin. Ah, okay, you were not able to hear me. Well, I was not playing much. Also, hi, Laura. Okay, so he played king g1, obviously defending the h file. So black king can go to f7 or f8 with the idea to free the knight. Can also play rook b8 with the idea of b5. He cannot do it right now because this pawn is pinned on a6. King d8 is a little bit less safe for the king because there is checks here. Once black plays b5, queen will be able to give a check. Maybe now just simple c4 to prevent b5, to prevent any sacrifices. Reading chat. Yes, he is reading chat. Okay, so now the knight is free. Shall we go maybe to f6? There will be this jump to g4, which is pretty scary. Plus attacking the pawn d5. Eventually white will have to play c4. And this bishop is taking, despite being in the corner, it's on a pretty nice diagonal. Nikola is going to flag Omid. Well, Omid is probably just waking up. Now that you said it, I think it makes sense for for Nikola to try to push in the first game while Omid is still trying to process his coffee. Yes, guys, try to not to put any moves in Nikola's chat, or maybe in any chat, since he can read. He might be reading it. What is king's safety even? Well, I like the idea of playing king f7 for the reason that this bishop will be defended by the rook. And now Nikola probably wants to play king c7, but now he's losing the a6 pawn. And he has to go here, otherwise queen will take with a check. After queen takes, he has b4, which keeps the b file closed, which is very important because his king safety, of course, is questionable. Plus, this pawn is defended, and also potentially bishop or knight has a square on c3. Hey, Pizza Racer. The king should always play an active part. Well, it depends, really. You really need to know how to use your king. Now the rook is hanging, so either no, rook is hanging. Sorry, I of course you all normally have the rook on h8, and so I automatically thought about playing this to defend the rook, but of course it's a bishop. Such an unusual position for the bishop. Decaf frappuccino. Why would you drink a decaf coffee in the morning? To trick your body? I know that there is some sort of a placebo effect on people who drink decaf if they're used to a caffeinated drink. Because you're used to this effect, and when you drink something with a taste of it, then it's sort of a placebo effect. Makes sense. Okay, now bishop can take some nice position on e5. Also, bishop c3 is an option, but of course it will force either b5 or take. Maybe e5 is more central, taking this g3 under control. And also my question is, where does this knight go from h4? It of course now attacks f5, but other than that, the knight really doesn't have any job. Oh, okay. But now the knight gets useful. Yeah, this was a blunder. Yeah, f4 was a mistake. F4, I missed that. Now, yeah, now everything falls. He has a couple of checks, but it won't help. Now the rook is hanging, and now it's check and mate eventually. Yeah, 4.
Oh man, that was a little bit too close to comfort.
Yeah, Omid immediately got
Oof.
out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I had to. But yeah,
I missed something here. Good game.
Yeah, you
Alex.
missed something.
Thank you.
F4 definitely was part of the reason.
Yeah, I was pushing it. I should have just taken on c5 with a rook, and it would have been easier. Let me see what the computer says.
You could also take on g3.
Yeah, I was worried about g3 to be honest.
Because then you take with the queen on e3 and then take the bishop.
Yeah, I thought that that would be very unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't really have a response to that. I completely missed that because I thought your idea was f4 until we got into that position. I was like, oh, we could actually take on g3, and I think that would be
bishop g3 here is very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Like, yeah, if you take back and then king h2, well, you have c6, which also
C6 is. But when you take back on d3, it's with the tempo. My rook is.
But then he has g3.
Yeah, g3 check.
And then, well, you cannot play f4 immediately because the bishop is not defended. But taking on c6 and then b1.
Yeah,
it's at least yeah.
I missed bishop g3.
Yeah, I think we both missed it. I really thought your idea was f4, and I wasn't too concerned about that.
Then he has a draw, at least by repetition.
Yeah,
that's really interesting.
Instead of pushing, f4 was just stupid. Okay.
The Trapowski line was interesting, though. I think Nikola did a little bit of prep for that.
I did.
A little bit. You underestimate Nikola.
I did.
He did a lot. Or at least.
Honestly, I had so much.
We forgot to warn you.
Hey, Lila, it's very good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I had a little bit of IRL thing, so I didn't prepare as much as I would have wanted, but I was. I did prep a little bit, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Actually, you played almost exactly the same game against somebody. What's the line?
Over the board?
Yes.
I played against Grandmaster Viktor Mikulevsky, a few years back. And I did miss a nice shot in that game. And I think this is quite similar, but there's some sort of idea of knight d4 that was very strong. So I was trying to remember that game, but I think it was slightly different here. But I remember playing that game a few years back.
Yeah, I wish I saw bishop g3. That would have been a relatively straightforward draw. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Omid. That's cool. All right. So
I was definitely nervous.
All right. So
I thought
slowly waking up.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this. I'm taking this off and I'm muting myself.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Right. Game 2.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, I don't even know how it is called. I've never seen this opening before. Hey, Anamaya. Hey, Lilia. This looks strange. Well, the how quickly they played it looks like Omid also played it before. According to computer, this is called oven defense. Hey, Vishnu. So yeah, chat. Who is supporting whom? No, it's with W oven. I think it's the name. Team Nikola, neutral. All right, so now white got this pawn on e5. Nice potential d6 square for the knight. The knights are still in their starting positions. So maybe development like this and then to f4. Or with this knight via c4, could go to d6. It's of course all quite long lines. And also, of course, we need to defend the pawn on e5 all the time. Now, after developing the knight, oh, he decided to play with the bishop. 9 wins and then Nikola wins. Yeah, that would be really exciting. Okay, so he is trying to win this pawn on e5. How to defend that? After taking on f4, Nikola will take with the bishop and defend the pawn. But he really needs to bring the knight closer to defending it as well. Maybe knight f3. But I really want to put the knight to d6 eventually. So maybe like something like long castle. I would play knight a3, then castle. There will be a check as well. Sorry. Okay, still maybe developing the knight also. Knight b5 would be nice later. e5 will fall eventually, that's for sure. But at least we can quickly castle, bring the knight to d6. White probably needs to keep the bishop alive, since so many pawns are dark squares. Maybe something like check, f6, bishop to h4 or e3. Can also do a castle first. Decided to not to castle. It will make sense to take control over these squares. Okay, guys are expecting the servers to go down. We'll see. I hope not. Okay, so obviously this is pretty straightforward ideas to put the rooks on these squares. But what's next? Black is pawn up. Okay, yeah, it's hard to find any ideas here. Maybe bring the knight to e3. So black is trying to exchange this lone pawn. Taking it would mean that black is gonna double the rooks quickly on h file and attack the h2 pawn. We certainly don't want that to happen. So maybe counter idea with b4 or still bring the knight. Of course, exchanging the knights and one of the rooks would be ideal, because then we have some chances for a draw. Okay, now he's attacking g pawn. Okay, that's very difficult to defend. Because there is a check and the king doesn't have g3 square. And so he will lose the knight.
All right, that one I had less anxiety.
Thanks,
But
Omid. That was a good game. I managed
yeah,
to mess this up.
just the pawn, yeah,
A pawn up,
down a pawn is tough.
and then this knight c2 move was very ill conceived. Actually all my moves with that knight were pretty bad. So, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that.
don't know. There's not too much to say about this game, I guess.
No, there's not much to say. I didn't know this
yeah.
opening very well. I didn't certainly play it properly, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna figure
I knew
out
you'd
how I'm gonna address it next time. So, thanks.
Yeah, I
Omid.
had to play something. I had to play a surprise weapon against you.
All right, thank you. That was a good surprise weapon. All right, I'll send the rematch.
Okay, sounds good. Good luck.
Okay, so it's currently 2-0. Let's add the score. Oh, Omid just did a Nakamura. Okay. Something like this. Okay, this is some sort of a Chigorin. Pizza. What do you mean? Hey, Lars. Nikola is sabotaging your bet. Yeah, you can bet your beats towards more lava coins in case if your bet wins. He's just remembering the lines. Come on. I saw a few players doing this. Nakamura, Hoi, fine. Okay, so that's pretty symmetrical except for this pawn and knight, which means Nikola's gonna develop the knight to d7 probably. And they say once your bishop is out, that's good, right? Okay, so knight d5, knight e5. What do we have? Wow, Evgeny, thank you for sending your people here. So nice of you. Thank you, guys. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you, Dirkia, for your beats. I don't know how can I win. This always wins. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we have a match, the adoption match between Nikola Stoisin, who's trying to avoid the adoption, versus the national master, Omid Malek, the Alberta champion, a great streamer. And Nikola has a weekly series, which is called Adopt Nikola. He already had a lot of great players and streamers facing him, avoided adoption many times. He actually was adopted only once by Eman Hambleton, and now Omid will try to do the same. Evgeny, thank you for your resub. How was your stream? Hey, Hedgehog. Okay, the text-to-speech doesn't really know how to pronounce that. But yeah, thank you for the resub. Yeah, so the score is 2-0. Omid has won 2 games. You can see the score on my stream. And yeah, we also have Beat Wars, where you can cheer for your player whom you support. And if you win, your bet is gonna be tripled. Today is a special offer, tripling your bet. I'm very generous today. I probably will regret that. All right. So G4. Active play met with counterattack on the other flank with C5. Anna Muzichuk will indeed have a match with Nikola, but probably at the end of August or at the beginning of September. But Anna did agree. So yeah, that might, I'm not sure actually, maybe that was supposed to be a surprise, but let it be a surprise when exactly is the match. Okay, Knight d7. Unfortunately, this knight lost his square, but he can go to c6. Now Omid might consider playing d4, otherwise black might play it. So knight c6. Yeah, this attack might look scary, but so far I don't see how to break through, because on h6 he will play g6. In case of g6, Nikola will play h6, and the attack is pretty much stopped at this point. He really needs to push d4, I think, in order to open up one of the files facing the king. Yeah, but it can look scary. It's very important to not to touch any of the pawns, to not to expose the king. He can take e5. And Omid probably will also push f4 since it's a tempo. But again, can he really do any attack on the king here? You won't tell anyone, good. Okay, now d4, take, knight c4, d3, b3, knight d6. This pawn on d4 is very weak. Now we want to play knight d6, knight f5, attack the pawn on d4. And we do have an extra pawn. Okay, so if white plays knight e4, yeah, b3 is probably safer. Knight d6. Looks pretty favorable for black at the moment. But Nikola is quite down on time. Despite having an increment, it's still difficult to play with Marmak. Hi Lars, thank you for your beats. Yeah, my baby is sleeping here. Oh. Okay, so now maybe bringing the rook to c file with the idea of knight e7, knight f5. He needs to hurry up. Yeah, I think rook c8 is pretty natural here. And now white might consider moving the knight. Okay, but now he has some tactics. Knight d4, queen c3. Aha, but what if queen b5 check? And then take the knight? The problem is if he goes here, it's a fork on king and queen. And if he goes to g2, then we take with a check. And now we also threaten the rook. So it is a free piece. Now he can just play e5. Knight f3 also works. Take, rook. Oh, but now he blundered the rook. Quickly, no! He didn't see the fork. Well, it's still a free piece. Need to quickly move. Okay, maybe back to e5. Okay, now he just needs to quickly play and make use of this extra knight. D4. This is pretty lost for white. Only time is a problem, but we do believe in Nikola. Go, Nikola. Let's cheer up for him, but don't distract him too much. Rook A2. Oh, but now check, and he takes the rook.
Oof.
He takes the rook. Take the
I
rook.
missed that.
Yeah. He's winning. Oh, take the rook.
Good game.
Okay. Wow. GG. This was a great game.
Yeah, good game. I tried to throw this kitchen sink, sorry, at him, but he did well. And then I completely missed that my rook was hanging at the end there on h1, because I thought,
yeah, that was the fork, right? The fork.
yeah,
That I think that was the only thing that Nikola could have improved in that this game.
Oh my God, that was rough. Funny thing is that oh, thank you for the chat for the cheer.
Let's cheer everyone. Congrats,
yeah.
Nikola.
No, congrats, Nikola. I missed queen b5 check, but even then after I was like, okay, I'll just take back the knight, but I missed
the rook was
that my
hanging
rook
on
was on
h1,
h1 was hanging. Yeah.
And you cannot play king g1 because of the fork on f3.
Yeah, the fork. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
what
that's
was?
rough.
Oh, thank you, Screws, for the 1,000 bits. That's very greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
It's that moment that king cannot play here because of fork.
All right. Before we do anything
Here also
else,
check.
there I actually first, Omid, let me put it this way. I actually was studying Jobava London as white.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of knew what to play. It's just felt weird to play what was an opening. I was actually, well, I can now as well admit it was supposed to be a surprise opening against Botta's sisters. To play to play against it. So you know, I think the game could have gone either way. I think you had me somewhere. I don't know where exactly.
Maybe.
Let me see here.
Well, I think if I just played d4 and instead of allowing you to take the pawn, maybe.
Yeah, maybe d4 even earlier was.
Yeah, and queen d2, maybe castles long, or even like rook d1 and try to get my king from f1 to g2.
Okay.
Probably would have been more solid.
Which move is that?
Maybe d4 instead of h5 to defend d5.
Instead of h4, yeah, on move number 12. So I played
yeah,
h4.
because this attack of pawns is
too slow. Yeah, it's too slow.
Yeah, but the problem is if you push one of the pawns, Nikola will just met it with pushing the other and blocking your attack. So like h6 met with g6, right? And g6 with h6. I'm not sure, but it feels like.
Right. Well, I want to eventually get in g6 and just sack a pawn though. And if I have a pawn on e5 still, it makes it a little bit more difficult for him to defend. But I have to get all my pieces. I wish I had like a couple moves extra here.
Yeah.
That whole g4 was a surprise to me. I didn't expect, and I actually, very frankly, had a hard time remembering the London lines.
Yeah, I played g4 just because I was feeling the momentum, and I just wanted to put the pressure on psychologically.
You did.
And g4 is not a too aggressive move in the London by any means. Especially with a bunch of pieces off the board. So I was dreaming of g5, h5, and then g6, and having a queen on g4, etc.
Okay.
Yeah, but c5 is a great counter attack, counter play.
All right. There is one tradition on me that you may or may not be aware of that we didn't discuss. That there is a. Shush. There is a consolation prize and which is that if adoption is avoided, I donate 50 subs to the channel of the person I'm playing with. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Oh, I did not. No, you don't have to.
No,
I
that's
was not
fine.
aware of that. Oh,
That's
I
Actually,
really
did you
appreciate
know,
that.
guys? Did you know, guys?
I
But
had no idea.
actually, the hype trains work when the streamer is offline. So we might throw a hype train. Oh,
I appreciate that,
I see
Nikola.
it now.
You're
It's
welcome.
happening. We can do a hype train.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Omid,
Yeah, I was.
there it is. So Omid, I have a question for you. We can add now. We can, obviously adoption is avoided. We can play to half adoption if you want, another 5 games.
Okay.
It's kind of 2-1, and so I'm game to do that, and same odds
Yeah,
apply.
sure.
Okay.
Sure. Let's go for half adoption. I just have to be a bit more solid.
Okay.
But I guess yeah. But that was great defending as well. And then the end was very messy. So
At the end, I'm old and slow, as everybody knows in my. I have even the relevant emotes, so I was kind of worried I was going to flag. Okay, so
you held your own. You held your own. Congrats.
Thank you.
You did a good job at the end. So
all right. Thanks, Omid. Let's. So half adoption, 5 games. You sent the same.
Okay.
Everything else. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
It's always a favorite. Okay.
So I sent the challenge. I don't know if Nicola's seen it or if I should resend it.
I think he's sending himself as well.
Oh, okay. Because I just sent it.
Yeah, he's
as a
sending it
rematch.
now.
Oh, okay.
He probably closed it.
Okay. I'll exit my challenge then.
Okay, the game should be up. Not yet. Okay, he's trying again. Okay, so now it's half adoption time. We can continue with the odds. Maybe double odds. Yeah, I know
Okay,
Nikola
we're
was
good.
always the favorite. Rest day. Yeah, I go for a walk. Yeah. Yeah, the position was not final. I was just analyzing it a little bit. Now they continue the match, and it's a new adoption, half adoption. So let's erase the score. And yeah, I am also going to give the bids for those who was bidding.
Was that a slip? Oh, was that a mouse slip? Because I feel bad then.
Yeah. It's I think it's a mouse slip.
No, but let's not count that then. We could No, I don't want to take that a win. That was a mouse slip. I don't want to take that as a win.
Yeah, Omid, thank you. You're very kind. It's it's a mouse slip, so I don't want to drag this on. And thank you for offering, but game is a game is a game. So
All right.
mouse slips are part of the game. So
Okay, that's fair. But yeah,
thanks.
Ding
All
will
right.
agree.
Yeah. All right.
Ding will
So
agree.
I'm sending a rematch.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Hey, Mark Savelli, thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah. Well, yeah, I promised ×5, so I gave it. I probably will not offer this beautiful odds anymore. On half adoption, I'm ready to offer ×2. Okay, maybe ×3 after this mouse sleep. ×3 on Nikola, ×2 on Omid. Maxenja, I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the bits. Okay, I'm gonna open Nikola chat just so I can read it. Yeah, fair play. Yeah, he offered. That was a fair play. On the other hand, it's part of the online games. Betting on Maria 10-1? Well, when I will be playing Nikola, although I'm really... on the other hand, he doesn't really have many games to prepare against me with because I don't have much in the database. And I also always play the same lines. So maybe it's me who needs to prepare against Nikola. And thank you for the beats. Yeah, we have the beat wars here. You can see who gave more beats for whom, and Nikola is clear favorite here in how people believe who will win. Half parent, yeah, it's a half parent, half parenting experience. Nikola is reading chat now. He should not be distracted by the chat. But okay. This was a 4 knights game. And G3 is something that I never seen being played here, because you put your bishop basically looking at your own pawn, which is stuck. So that's an interesting closed position to play. Okay, exchanging. Now white has 2 bishops advantage, but these bishops are not so useful in closed positions. So white really needs to open it up. Chelsea Monica, thank you for the raid. Hi, guys. Oh, welcome everyone. We are commentating on a match. Nikola is playing a half adoption match because he did avoid the adoption in the main match against national master Omid Malek. He won the 3rd game, beautifully won. And now Omid needs to win 4 more games. He won the first one, it was a mouse slip by Nikola. And if he wins 4, then he will be a half parent for Nikola. How do you say chess in Russian? Yeah, it will be шахматы. Foster parent. Well, sort of, yeah. Okay. Yeah, the knight takes a nice square on d4, and bishop probably will try to take it, and the pawn is going to be doubled. 2 doubled pawns. Again, it's not so easy to play for a win here. Omid will need to find a way. Maybe something like f4. He could play f4, bishop e3, and then, oops, and then take on d4, so that these 2 pawns can march forward. Is 11-1 still an adoption? No. If the win was at the beginning, then yes. Adoption is only 10 in a row Well, we have a half adoption attempt now. It's 5 in a row. Again, bishop e3 with the idea of taking. I like that because then the queen can come out. This knight is really the only good piece right now in the black's camp. And potentially I also like the idea of king h2, h4, and bishop h3. So suddenly that bishop will have a job. Right now it's just looking at its own pawn. c5. c5 is weakening the king side too much. After taking on queen b3, black will find themselves in a bit of a pickle, because how to defend this? If the king defends, rook b5 and then b7 is falling, he cannot really defend this knight. And if he moves it away, then the rook a7 comes, and what to do? Yeah, now after rook b5, we can pretty much resign because this knight is busted. And it's gonna be a mate, not just lost piece. Yeah, and then if takes, queen d6, c5, or even queen anywhere else, still c5. And then taking on b7. Yeah, this probably will end up with a mate to play for black. c5 was indeed a bit careless. Actually, even after queen d6, white can take on b6, and if queen takes, then rook check, and he is losing a queen. Okay, Sikuako, only Levi can say something like that. Black needs fast attack on the right side. Yeah, it's a bit too late for that. Not only he's losing a piece, he's losing a queen potentially, and or mate. Now the c file is opened. Yeah, now rook b6 is the easiest, quickest way. Queen b6, rook c1. Probably rook b7, and then something like queen a4. Can also play d6 to open up this diagonal, take on f7. Or rook b5. Many ways. Yeah, Ulon. Nikola won the third game beautifully, and now it's an attempt of half adoption. Mhm. Yeah, but the problem is it's not only a piece that is missing. The king is just in the mating net. And now rook a6 is unavoidable. Here we can play queen b8 and then take on e5. Dreams got crushed, yeah. Yeah, this is losing all the pawns. Yeah, also the flag. Yeah, it's very difficult to defend.
Thanks, Omid. Good game. That was a little bit careless on my part. I could have resigned after 20 moves. I just didn't want to.
No, that's fair. I mean,
figured I can last until the move 30th, and I actually was about to resign when I ran out of time. Sorry about that.
That's fair. I mean, you almost got me in a rook c1 pre-move with your cheeky queen c5. Because I was expecting obviously queen takes b6 and then rook c1 check. Yeah. So good thing I didn't pre-move that.
Yeah. All right. It was a little bit unplanned. All right. Hey, Amadan, it's very good to see you. Hey, I'm working on that match where you and Alex, so we'll discuss it. Unrelated. Thank you. All right. I'll send a rematch.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, that's 2 wins. Omid needs to win 3 more games. We still accept the bids, and I will give ×3 for Nikola at this point. Obviously not much for Omid. Omid is on the way. But it's still pretty difficult to adopt Nikola. Even half adoption is difficult. Okay, it's again the same opening, it seems, which I don't know the name of. According to the machine, it's oven defense. Yeah, so pretty close. And then Omid played something like d6 later. I don't know what to play here. Well, obviously, castle is easiest. And then maybe white is playing c3, preparing d4. Wow, I see that many people are playing in the Olympiad here. That's cool. It's cool. The online Olympiad is a great chance for everyone to play and meet people you have not seen for a while. Thank you for the Viz Glamdring. All right, yeah, so here I think d4 is a pretty nice option. e4 is defended, the king is still in the middle of the board. Good chance for Nikola to attack. Open up. Black probably should not trade, but try to develop the pieces with bishop e7, and then we can play d5, get some space. The other option would be maybe knight d5. Bishop e3, finishing the development of pieces, preparing d4. I think next move d4 is gonna happen anyway. Hey, Seper. Okay, a3 is probably a little bit too slow because white had this advantage of faster development of pieces. I like the idea of d4. And now black has time to castle long side. Also, knight g4 could be a little unpleasant. So Nikola decided to prevent that with h3. Of course, any move of the pawn from the king side is always weakening the position. All right, long side castle, but then a3 comes in handy because he can immediately play b4 and attack the king. I'm not sure if long castle is a good idea here. Again, now white will have some possibility to play bishop h3 later, b4, a4. Oh, Hikaru won the tiebreak. Oh my, tomorrow is gonna be really interesting. I'm so glad I will have a commentary tomorrow because it seems like the best day to commentate. I think it's 5 matches. Ah, he won the first Blitz game. Ah, okay, so the match is not over yet. Okay, well, tomorrow's match is gonna be interesting regardless of who wins today. Omid is going for a half adoption. Yes, Omid has won 2 games and needs to win 3 more in order to do a half adoption. But Nikola is already a winner of today because he avoided the adoption of 10 games with a beautiful victory of the 3rd game. Yeah, I also misunderstood. Ah, the final is 7 matches. Wow, that's a lot of chess. That's a lot of chess. Okay, so I think, yeah, 96, that's what I like. This, because this square is gonna be weak. But now white is gonna quickly try to attack with a4, a5. That's a good chance for Nikola to strike back. Knight b3 is probably a bit too slow. Because black is, of course, also attacking back. I wonder if there is any tactics here that he could use. Maybe king h2 as a prevention from any sort of tactics on g file with like knight f4. There was an idea of knight f4, and if pawn takes with a check, that is gonna be a problem. But maybe that's too much, and yeah. He did it now, but now... yeah, I mean, not a check, but if we take, bishop is hanging, we move it, f3, and this is where the bishop is. And also queen h3 is a threat, which is even more problematic. Let me quickly show it. The move before here, knight d5, c d5, or d5, e d5, and knight f4 was a problem because if takes, and if bishop goes here, then queen h3, and the mate is unavoidable. We cannot play this because bishop is pinned. Okay, let's see what's happening. King h2. And now he can take and play f5. And it seems like black's attack is faster and so more dangerous. Maybe white needed to take this knight to save the bishop g2 piece, which is definitely defending the king. Now Omid wants to take on g2. King g2. Queen h3 looks a bit dangerous. And then h4. Yeah, the king e8 is the easiest way here because otherwise the rook was taking on a7 with a check. Now he has to take back. Queen h3, king g1, h4. Looks quite dangerous. The threat is to take on at g3 and to... That's a piece. Hi, Daniel. And that's still an attack, which he cannot stop now. He's losing a queen. Yeah, I like this idea of king, the knight on f4. It's a very nice tactical idea.
The knight f4, yeah. I don't know if it works, but in time pressure, it helped.
Good game, Omid. That was actually
game,
very
yeah.
nice. That was a very nice sack, and that queen g4 was just stupid on my part, running out of time.
Yeah, maybe after king h2, the next move, Nikola should have taken the knight to save the bishop on g2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
I was. Let's see. I think I shouldn't have played e5.
Which?
But that's move 19.
The opening.
Yeah, I should have probably
a5. Okay.
Yeah, I should have taken the knight, and or something, because that's too slow. That's too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, h3 is not hanging anymore, so yeah, that was...
Yeah.
I think I have some compensation, but yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah. No, I should have just bit the bullet. It's hard to do with 36 seconds left, but
yeah, of course, yeah.
No, that's a great idea. Good game, Omid. Thank you. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, you we had an original opening there. You're trying new stuff against B6.
No, I have wanted to play King's Indian attack, so we tested that obviously. All right.
Right.
Let me disconnect. And so it's 3-0 in half adoption, right?
No, 2-0.
3-0.
3
Oh,
0.
3-0? Oh, sorry. It is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Sorry,
3-0.
sorry. I'm too focused on the match. I'm losing count.
No worries. Thanks.
One
Thanks,
game at a
Omid.
time.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's what you hear me. Oh yeah, we did count because we did count the other game, which
Yeah.
very sportsmanlike
first
of
game.
Nikola to count that, but I wouldn't have counted personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Nikola that after King H2, the next one he should have taken with a pawn, and it's a free piece, and it seems like the attack of black is gone. So yeah, that would have been a piece up. But he was in type trouble.
So, all right, so
Okay. This is Nimzo. An interesting idea with this bishop on b2. White is planning to play d4, so maybe black wants to stop it somehow. e5. Also an idea is bishop b5, bishop f5, so we can always take this knight. But I think e5 is a good move here, despite having weakened d6 square. Now he wants to take and play e4, taking a space. This is also a good plan. Maybe knight e4, the pawn is pinned because the bishop on b2 is undefended. Or simple rook e8 to take control of the e file. Yeah, that's why Omid said to kneel, because he did not want to count the first game, but Nikola insisted that mouse sleep is part of the game. Now queen is hanging, queen c1, and maybe rook e8, take e file, attack the bishop, and he actually can even do some tactics here. It seems there was probably rook e2, knight d3, knight d3, then take here, then he can play with the knight, and then take back the rook. That was a nice tactics. Let me quickly show you. Instead of a5, rook e8, here, here, d2, take, knight takes d5, and then we take the rook. Queen c1, take, knight e4, and black has an extra pawn. Although this d file is exposed, but a pawn is a pawn, especially central pawn. So instead it was a5, a3, knight a6, queen c2, knight c7, rook e1, and what to do now? Maybe rook e8 is still a good option. Okay, so Omid is planning to play knight e4 to exchange this knight to put the pressure on the king, since he has this open file or open diagonal. So maybe some counter attack with b5 or simple rook e8. This position is a bit favorable for white. Bishop f3, what's the idea? He still wants to play knight e4, just overprotecting it. All right. Now it seems like rook needs to go back to defend the pawn. b6 probably also an option. And then white wants to play queen b2 to put the pressure on knight f6 on f6. b5 is losing a pawn. It seems like there's not much of compensation for that, except no, but then if he plays b4, bishop will take. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, taking on a5 is definitely safe. Or he is afraid of some takes, but then it loses two pieces for a rook. Let's see. Take. Yeah, it just simply takes and yeah, just two pieces. So he decided to not to take, but then we can just exchange the rooks and maybe play b4. Or maybe immediately b4 even. Then b6, then b5 indeed worked for black, because now this bishop has to go back. Probably wants to play queen b2, will be met with knight h5. And now he has the same idea, to take on a1, rook a1. Ah, no, then it doesn't work. No. That's not tactics, that's losing a piece. Or if he can take, and then take here, and then takes, and then take here, because the rook is not defended. This is a tactics. Right. Let's see. h4. Can he take? Rook e1, rook e1. No, maybe it doesn't work. Take. Rook a7. Knight c3. Maybe this. Yeah, maybe that's not good. Yeah. It's just losing an exchange. Nikola has more time. That definitely helps. But how to play for a win? Or, well, of course, draw is enough. It's actually a good question. Does Nikola try to play for a draw or for a win? Or just according to position? So if bishop b2, then rook a2. Okay, but this is probably giving up initiative to black, because now bishop is free, and all the dark squares in white's position are weakened. And now rook a2 will come. Maybe immediately rook a2. And then he has ideas like bishop c3 later. Just needs to take care of this pawn. Maybe queen d8, and in case of h6, he can play bishop g5. Oh, okay, Hikaru won his match. That's very exciting. He's actually ahead again. And Magnus in a must win. Well, it's a 7 matches match. 7 matches minimum. 7 mini matches match. Okay, I'm mixing up what I want to say. But it's anyway exciting tomorrow. Okay, so what do we do now? Need to move the bishop. Maybe bishop e5 to defend the pawn. It's definitely better than bishop e7. No, it's not a coincidence, Cruz. Of course it's not. Okay, g4. Maybe knight e8 and knight f6 to bring the knight closer to defending the king. Exchanging pieces also helps. Position is equal, but Nikola is getting into time trouble. Maybe queen a1 was more active. f4 immediately, bishop f4. And then he wants to take, maybe, and queen f3, then bishop back to e5. We're certainly not afraid of knight f6. We will just exchange the pieces. But yeah, Omid is trying to swindle, because I think black is already better here. An extra pawn. Now he wants to trade. What to do? If queen goes away, then we take on h5. Or just threatening some sort of a mate. Or at least a perpetual. I think black already will have a perpetual after queen h2. Queen h4. He could have played queen h4. All right. Okay, this should be at least a draw, but he needs to play fast. Because the pawns are on dark squares, so bishop cannot attack anything. It's a completely draw. Oh, no, don't blunder on g6. No.
Let's blunder. My bad. Fuck.
It's still possible to draw, but it becomes much more difficult.
Okay, I got you here. All right.
Okay, that one I was super lucky, because it was technically drawn.
Yeah, I had you here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's me running out of time. It's okay. All right, good. So thanks, Omid. So that's 4. One more for half adoption.
Yeah, one more. That was very tough. That was a great opening you played against me. I don't think I had any sort of advantage throughout the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the end when you still had queens on the board, it was even dangerous already.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
All right. Very good. No, that was Let me just see. Let's look at the analysis real quick. Yeah. Okay, well, that's the... Yeah, I didn't need to play that bishop d6. It's just an error in the last second. Okay, one more, Omid. Thank you. Let's...
All right, good luck.
Thank you. I'll taking this off. And... All right, let's see.
Wow, you guys are now looking into science in the names. Yeah, they both have IK, Hikaru and Nikola, indeed, and the same number of letters. Yeah, one more for the lower coins. I do give ×5 if Nikola avoids adoption in this game. If he does not lose a game, your beats will be ×5. Yeah, increment is fine when the position is easy to play, and definitely has not had Nikola blunder the pawn on d6 with bishop d4. That game was completely drawn. That position is impossible to win for white. But once he blundered, then the pawn is marching, so he had to start thinking, and then he lost on time. Okay, the same opening again. I might need to learn what opening is that, so that I know what to say. Okay, we also have 300 bits for Nikola. And if he avoids the adoption, then yeah, it's ×5. ×5 for Nikola. Yeah, let's cheer for him. What time is it in the US and Canada? Well, it depends on the time zone, but it's something between 9 a.m. and maybe 1 p.m. I think it's like the latest that can be. So there are at least 10 hours behind Russian times. Okay. Again, I think it's the same idea for white here, to play d4. But now Omid prepared the long castle early, but at the same time weakened his... Well, if he is planning to castle long, then this pawn structure is not ideal. Can be met with some attack as well. But I much prefer this knight on either d2 or a3 in this case, so that you can play c3, d4. Okay, now d7. Maybe even e5. But that's probably too much. Maybe just simply rook e1 and then e5. Or a4. Another idea. So bishop went back to e3. Maybe he was afraid of e5. And now knight is going to d2. And Omid is going for his attacking plan again. So what's the plan for white? I see clearly the plan for black. H4, H3. He's trying to get the opponent low on time, but now after H4, it gets even more dangerous. Black also suddenly has knight G4 idea, forcing this bishop to be traded. He cannot escape. So there was a number of moves that slowed white so much. First bishop f4, then back to e3, then knight d2, and everything just to play f4, which is now leading to a dangerous position. Now he probably needs to play knight e2 already to defend g3. But now take, and maybe d5. Queen attacks g3. Black is definitely fast here with the attack, so it all worked. He can also simply castle, remove the king from this. Any ideas of... Well, there is no even queen h5 because the rook is defending it. So black is definitely in the lead here. Maybe knight c4, trying to swap these knights. g4, I'm immediately exposing the king. Maybe bishop e7, bishop h4 now is a plan. This looks like a good chance for me to win this game and so win the half adoption match. So long castle. Yeah, you definitely should not move your pawns from king so recklessly. I wonder if it's already time for white to run away with the king. But the problem is the rook on a1. He doesn't have time to bring it to safety. Maybe knight c4 is the only chance. And then maybe something like queen d2. Try to run with the king, f1, e2. It's all very slow. Now knight g4. He plunders the pawn. It's a very important pawn. And now he can also play d5, and he who wants to go for a mate after trading this knight. Yeah, I don't think anyone half adopted even. Now also the rook is gone. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah, Anamaya did win the replacement match in marbles, but it's not counted as adoption. Hey, Casper. d5, playing very active. I wish the king was somewhere on b1. Then all this would look really nice. Also very long time. Yeah, this game is, I'm afraid, lost. But I like this pawn activity. Like, I'm normally really scared to push any pawns. So maybe pushing a4 instead, a4, a5 was better. Attacking the king since Omid castled long. But now a4 is already too late. Now I think c4 and queen c5 is quick enough. Now king is cut off by both files. And all we need is just to give the final check. Then he can play, maybe it's simply exchange this knight, then take on d5. And the position is crashing. Oh my, even if Glamdring is betting, then it's really something. Now he can take and the knight is also lost. Now rook. That's some sort of a tilt already in time trouble. So congratulations, Omid, on your half adoption.
Oh, thank you. Nikola made it tough. There were a couple of games there where I definitely felt he deserved better. And did you just miss your rook hang, or is that by design? On that, was that an exchange sack by design?
No, I was. That's exchange sack was by design, but very honestly, the game was already lost by then. I think what Omid did in this match was basically showed how to play adoption matches against me. It's basically play some unusual opening, and and Omid did quite well. So congratulations, Omid. This is actually, I think, the very first successful half adoption. I think.
Yeah. So how do we call Omid now? Half dad,
half dad,
or
half
or
dad, I
step
guess.
dad?
Yeah, I don't know what the terminology is.
Yeah,
it's definitely first half adoption.
No, I had plenty of chances even in the half adoption match. The game before this one was good, but and I'm very grateful from it. And this is the purpose of this match. He showed me what I need to work for. In other words, you can't rely on an opening prep. And I have, very frankly, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this, I have a very hard time coming up with a right plan in positions like the position we had, say, after move 10, which I presume, which I presume was reasonably equal.
Yeah,
so
it was.
My first question is, what is this opening called?
Nobody knows.
Well, B6 is the Owen's defense, so
it is Owen's defense. Okay.
This kind of transposes into structures, hedgehog type positions.
Okay.
Which I feel that when you're the higher rated player, it's easier to come up with plans, and it's for both sides it's playable. But I definitely feel I had to kind of get into this type of structure in order to give myself some chances, and I was hoping that he wouldn't find the right plan. But hedgehogs are very difficult to play for both sides. It involves a lot of study, and I'm not even that equipped to handle it, but I was just counting on my positional play, hopefully to bail me out. But
I also felt like it requires a lot of bravery to castle alongside with this pawn structure.
Yeah, I mean, when I got H5 in, I decided to go for it because I felt like maybe this things will, we might have to exchange a lot of pieces here. So I thought, okay, why not H5 and then why not castle? It's not immediate danger, no immediate danger that I could
Hmm.
see.
Yeah.
So for
Well,
Blitz, yeah,
but yeah, with white after h5, I thought maybe bishop g5. Of course, it's hard to play with the bishop again after you first played on f4 and then back on e3. And I was already scared that Nikola has the idea of f4, which is probably a bit too brave here.
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's honestly my problem in
So,
positions like
sorry,
this.
right back. I'll be right back, Nicola. Remember I
Sure.
said a delivery coming. It's coming at this time. So
No
I'll be right
worries.
back.
You said that Omid is getting food delivery, so go for it. I'll. Okay, so anyway, um, let me put it this way. This was a very hard match for me to play. I'm actually very glad I didn't get fully adopted because Omid's formula works. I have a very hard time playing openings like these in which the plan is not entirely clear. So that's a shortage in my game. So of course F4 was kind of whatever. Computer is laughing at me, which is quite
Yeah, I thought maybe, yeah, bishop g5 and then maybe something like a4. But of course, it's not clear how to attack this pawn structure despite it being,
yeah.
well,
Computer says play bishop g5, then h3, and so on. And I have a well-known tendency to be a little bit impatient when I don't have a plan. So, thanks, Chiquitas. You're more than welcome. We'll see each other in 2 weeks. But I really need to know how to play these types of positions in which coming up with a plan is the difficult part.
and maybe also a bit more patience.
Yes. Yeah.
When it's, I think Omid just quickly found this weakness of yours, that when it's
Yeah.
opposite castles, you lost your plan and started moving pawns, which is of course dangerous in positions like that.
Sure. Yeah. And I was basically trying to force an attack, and
Hmm.
there is really no way to attack. And
he was just waiting for the right moment. And
correct. Yeah, that's fine. To be honest with you, that's something I need to work on, and that's actually one of the reasons I'm playing these matches. So, I'm not upset about losing this game. I'm upset about I shouldn't have lost the game before this one.
yeah,
Because I was
yeah,
a pawn up, and the only person who objectively can win the game is
are you?
me.
Yeah.
Is me. But it is what it is. This is why I'm 1950 and not 2150.
Yeah, but it's a great experience. Of course,
But
also not being able to prepare properly probably had
sure, no,
one of the impact.
yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. And it's not good feeling when you get your own glaring weakness exposed, but on the other hand, that's a perfect time to work on it. So that's perfectly fine. Anyway, all right.
Hey, sorry.
Hey, Omid, thank you.
My delivery guy got stuck downstairs. I had to run down.
No worries. You didn't need to run. It's fine. Thank you. Thank you. So I was just basically saying that this match exposed one of the weakness, which is basically a difficulty finding the right plan in a positions
Like unusual openings, yeah.
Yeah, in unusual openings and so on. In other words, I have a positional shortcoming, and f4 was really uncalled for in this position. It's just stupid. It's and I actually, and then everything else was just went through there. So thanks, Sepper.
Yeah.
That's very greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that was my plan, honestly, because I knew that
Okay.
you could out prep me. To be frank, and even in the Trumpovsky game, I felt out prepped there.
Yes, I
so
was.
it is my.
No, you did the right
strategy.
thing. No, you did the absolutely right thing from a standpoint of this. You played openings that I obviously couldn't prepare for, in which your strength as a positional player came to four. So congratulations.
Yeah, I felt like with black, Nikola was a bit more ready than with white, which is of course surprising. But Omid found the
found the magic formula. All right,
yeah.
so
Oven defense. I need to remember that.
Chiquitas were in here, so very good. So I'm quite sure they're going to get prepared, and so I'm in trouble.
They already started preparing. Yeah,
I'm already
taking notes.
I'm already in trouble there, so I'll have to figure this out. Okay, Omid, this is a half adoption, so the original bounty was this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to donate half of that bounty to your channel.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nikola. And
you're welcome.
Thank you for doing these matches. I think it's a great challenge for you as well, but it's great for the chess community in general. These are quite competitive as well. I haven't had the privilege of watching too many, but I know that you played Amon, so I caught a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And other recent ones here and there. But yeah, thank you very much, and thanks to Maria for commentating.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, that was very interesting to commentate on, and I definitely learned some new openings that I could use.
Okay. All right, so this is done. And Omid, thank you for doing this. And thank you so much. And let's be very honest here. This, these matches are for my benefit by and large. So I'm very grateful to Omid. And I'm looking forward to Omid playing some more similar matches. And I'm looking forward. My next match is against Julian Landau. And that's the following Sunday. And tomorrow I'm gonna have my best losses, and there will be plenty of games from this match to evaluate. So
I'll make sure to tune in and watch it.
All right. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Omid. That's, again, very greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys, for being here. Thank you for this. I very greatly appreciate it. I'm applying for Twitch partnership, so all of that counts.
Good luck, Nikola.
Thank you. I'll need it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I hope you are staying on for a bit to stream, so I can raid you. That definitely.
Sure. Yeah. I actually want to stay. Omid, you're not streaming, so if you need to go, you please, I can disconnect you from the Zoom call. Thank you again. Looking forward to seeing you on your own stream. Let's please give one more shout out to Omid. I'm quite sure everybody who is in my channel already knows about Omid. And
yeah, thanks once again, and I'll tune into your channel.
All right, thank you. Very good. Thanks, Omid.
Okay, yeah, congrats, Omid. Or half congrats.
Half congrats.
Can I say half congrats?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right,
thanks, everyone.
Take
care. Bye.
All right.
Bye, Omid.
So, okay, of course, now the whole thing is...
Yeah, that's...
Okay, guys, just give us a second. Maria, you're going to raid me? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I will just stay for 5 minutes to talk to my chat, and then I will raid you.
Okay, very good. I actually want to look at the game before this. So, guys, we're going to have a quick My Best Losses on My Best Losses Sunday. Let me just fix this real quick. And bear with me while I manage to do that. Okay, and I'm gonna quickly add the Zoom call, Maria. So I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Congrats.
Thank you. Hey guys, thank you for staying on. That's very greatly appreciated. It was actually a quite interesting match. Let me just fix this. So this is going to be my best losses. Hey, Ulan, thank you for cheering this. That's very greatly appreciated. All right, my best losses Sunday. And where is this? Samish, instead of Samish is Omid. And many thanks to Omid for doing this. And let me just get this. Let me start this so I can do my thing. Join with computer audio. Come on, start video. Okay, very very good. That's much better. Blah, blah. I actually want to take a quick look with you guys in a couple of games, just a couple of games when I felt that I actually played quite well. All right, so that's that. And now we need to fix this so it points. Oh, no. So chess.com. Okay, we want this video analysis. Very good. And let's see what computer says about some of these games. Just bear with me while I fix this up. Okay. All right. There. Perfect. I have it. Okay. So guys, I'm actually gonna take a look at the game before the last one. I felt that, I managed to win the third game. I was a little bit, I don't want to say lucky, but kind of lucky there. Okay, so that's that. That's that. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. All right. All right, so let's take a quick look at the game before this one. I hope you guys enjoy this. Omid was a very good sport, and congratulations to Omid again on the first. This is actually, I think, the first successful half adoption in these matches. So let's see here. Play. No, I don't want to. Come on. I hate chess.com analysis boards generally. So let's see here. Archive. Okay, so let's see. So let's look at this game before. Okay. So that's fairly reasonable accuracy. And yeah, thanks, Chiquitas. Rudolfana was, Anna Rudolph and I were doing a little bit of a cosplay playing Star Wars. So that was Anna Rudolph as an Empress Rudolfana, the Empress of the Sith. It's the video is on YouTube if you guys so amused. I actually had a pretty good time doing it. So, all right. So let's take a look at this game real quick. One player was winning, but again gave it away. That's exactly how I felt about this game. If you look at the analysis, knight f3, knight f6, b3. So this became some sort of the computer calls it Reti opening. I don't really consider that Reti opening. I feel it's kind of it turned into something close to with a c5 into a Benoni structure. And basically, okay, so I was pretty confident that this e5 was the right move. d4, takes, knight b4. Okay, taking on c2 was probably, computer wants me to take on b4, right on b4 and exchange the knight and, okay. That's something to take a look at. Takes, and then knight b4 is actually a best move, surprisingly enough. I felt that it was kind of a journey into unknown. Okay, a5, normal moves, a3, knight a6. Could have played rook e8. Okay, doesn't matter. Queen c2, knight c7. So where exactly did I? And okay, rook e1 is the best. Bishop c3, b5. I thought that with this b5, I'm taking over the advantage in this game. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Omid, for joining. That's fine. Yeah, I kind of don't necessarily agree with this assessment. That was a motive there. Rook AD1. Okay, so I didn't, honestly, I didn't care if this pawn gets taken or not. Thanks for staying on Omid. B4. Okay, best move. Takes, bishop A1. Okay, and after rook E8, I felt that was better, which computer concurs. Okay. All right, rook A7, rook E8, queen E8. Okay, queen F1, which is a very good move. Actually, and this is takes, H5, rook A2, queen D3. Okay, so this was, I mean, as far as my games were concerned in this match, this was actually a pretty good game. Rook A1, which apparently throws the bulk of the advantage. So what does computer want me to do in this position? Let me take a quick look here. Hey, Maria Photochess, thank you for the big raid. Very greatly appreciated. Just give me a shout out to Maria Emelianova, a friend of this channel, and also a commentator in the match, and a great streamer and a great friend. Maria has also just won a big US award to everybody. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Sepper. I'll slow down. So what computer wanted me to do instead of playing queen E8 was computer wanted me to, after rook A2, queen D3. Hey, Yassi02. He wanted me to play queen D8 here. And after queen D8 to basically put the bishop on D4, which actually was one of the motives here. But because this rook and this bishop become, aggressive. So it was a pretty interesting move. All right, keep going. Rook A1. All right, that computer doesn't like the plan. Knight E4, bishop E5, and this is now drawish position. In other words, I lost the advantage. So basically what computer wanted me to do in this position was to move the queen over to the king side and leave the rook controlminating the A side, the A file. Okay. And I'm sorry, guys, you are basically seeing me reviewing this game in a raw format. I normally do this off stream, so I apologize if this is a little bit rough. But bottom line, there was no way in the universe I need to lose this position. Takes on D1, takes on D1, queen C8, which is actually a good move. F4, which I thought was inaccurate, so I'm not winning here, but I'm definitely better. Obviously, I only have 6 seconds. And knight E8, G5, knight F5 was bad. Okay, so now it wants me to play, allow H6 and go into queen A1. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I thought F4 was a miss, but anyway, so okay, queen A2, and now I'm supposedly winning. Queen F4 was the best move. Okay, queen F3, queen H2. Now, what was I supposed to play here to win this instead of queen H4? I was supposed to play queen H4. Yeah, that's too risky, but I could have played knight G7 and allow knight F6. No, that's a computer move. Yeah, I could have even taken on H5. Okay, yeah, that's not happening with 2 seconds left. But queen H5 was findable. Okay. Queen H4 is a mistake, and then takes. I'm still better, And here I needlessly, quit here in d7, and this was a mistake. It's still not a losing mistake, but it's a mistake, and obviously here, I wish I would stop making blunders like this with no time. So I could have just moved the king back and forth. Both bishops are actually pretty bad, and this would be an easy draw. If we exchange knights, there is nothing here. So I could have played, easy plan would have been to play queen f8 and then play 98, bring the knight, play king f8, play knight e8, bring the knight on g7, and then liberate the knight, and then Omid really has no way of making progress in this position. This. I mean, king has nowhere to go through. Bishop has no, he can attack f7, but there is no option of double attacking. Yeah, easy draw. All right, well, live and learn. All right, so that's okay. That's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I want to check also the game number 1 real quick before we end the stream. And it is this one, which is okay. That's actually impressive accuracy for both of us. This was basically my opening prep. And all of that, up to, I was actually in prep, and I remember the prep until here. This is all known theory. My disadvantage here was that so that was basically the first 12 moves. And I don't think I found the right, h4, h6. Yeah, this was all, I saw all of this. And the problem here was that this is the prep ended, and I didn't, again, remember the plan. I should have. Hey, Agchat, my friend, it's very great to you. Thanks for hosting the stream. So all of that was actually prep, and in this position, I think this is where, frankly, to be quite honest with everybody here, I forgot the prep. So I should have just continued the prep, which was to play knight d7, and I played a6 first. And okay, so I'm still here better. And king d8 motive actually came up with a prep. It's one of those moves that computer is very comfortable with. I just needed to get the king out of this, but computer prefers king f7. I'm not sure that if we get a different engine, that will recommend something. I remember this being on my board. And okay, queen c2, that was a good move. Knight f6, okay. Bishop d7, and I should have played b5 here immediately, and then basically sacrificed the pawn, especially since I have all the motives of taking on a2 and so on and so forth. Okay, queen c3, b5, take check, which is fine. And so here is where it starts. Basically, I shouldn't have played b5 when I played it. I should, because after queen c3, which computer calls a mistake, I shouldn't have played b5. I should have played b5 a move earlier. Okay, and should have taken the king here. Okay, live and learn. All right, I didn't think I was in such a bad position here, because this queen is here, this rook is on b file, and I have some threats here. And a b4, knight g3, okay. G4, all right, I like that move. Queen g5. Yeah, this is one of those positions in which, you know, if you look closer, computer is like saying this is a huge advantage for white. But when you look closer, you need to play the best move to have the advantage. And that's actually, yeah, Omid, exactly. Come on. I mean, bishop f5. Yeah, all right, so bishop f5. Actually, I'm going to see this line. Bishop f5. And what's wrong with just taking on bishop f5? And knight f5 and queen f5. Okay. Because I have, after rook f1, I have nowhere to defend, no way to defend the... Okay, let's just play queen c2. Let's see how this pans out. Yeah. Okay. No, that actually makes perfect sense, because after some, you know, takes of c5, and then, yeah, that's a mating attack that I have a very hard time defending. But guys, you know, this is my personal frustration with engines. It's literally, you know, okay, so I played, so it's queen g5, which is what was played in the game. How on earth is somebody going to calculate all of this in 39 seconds? And on top of it, you know, it's literally, if you look closer, you know, it's literally one move that keeps the advantage, and then one move that leads to a draw, and then 17 moves that are bad. That's not possible. Or okay, queen f2, inaccuracy, thank you. Bishop e5, which is a natural move, and this was kind of leading towards a draw. But to draw, I need to find bishop g3. Okay, but it's really not possible. It's really not possible to find that move in you know, you can honestly, I should have found this bishop g3. That was a motive, but I didn't see it. So in other words, bishop g3, take on e3, and then, you know, wherever Omid goes, I push g3 and then take on d3, and I'm golden. Okay. So that was the missed opportunity in this game. Okay, bishop g6, which Omid obviously found. That was a great move, and that basically won the game, because after this, I basically have nothing. Okay, and that's a mate. So basically, this was a reasonably well played game that ended up being lost because I didn't find one tactical motive. Okay. And it was a very sharp game. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at a few other. Let me just take a quick look at, you know, I don't want to look at the win. And I have to give Omid credit. He completely surprised me with his opening choice. I really didn't have a solution to play against him as white. That's something I need to work to. This was, you know, not a very good game. And let's see this one. That was, yeah. I was kind of, I looked at your, I actually looked at your French defense, and that was, you know, I actually played this fine, but then I got careless. All right, and yeah, knight b6 was just stupid. And yeah, I should have played, c5 was a motive, but I should have played c5 before. I think what happened here, very honestly, and I'll analyze this tomorrow as well, I wanted to generate some sort of attack on the king side, And that's actually one of the weaknesses as me as a player. I want to attack and have initiative. This was, I really shouldn't have, let's see, the whole plan of castling long was probably misguided. That's number one. And number two, I really, playing this knight d7 move. Hey, bye, Chiquitas. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you again on your streams and my streams. And we have a date in. Oh yeah, Omid. Chiquitas and I have a same match in 2 weeks. So, which, given that the ladies, I'm gonna have the prep against me. I'm not very confident in my chances. All right. So. This was still playable, but here I didn't find the right plan, yes. In other words, castling long was way too optimistic. And here is the real problem. For any attack to work, I need to push f5. But if I push f5, then this bishop becomes a monster. I really shouldn't have done. Hey, bye, Pizza Racer. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. It's very good. Okay. All right, so, and then the rest kind of fell to pieces, couple of errors in defense, and then there was this. Okay, all right. Thank you, Omid. That was a very nice match. It was a joy playing with you. Hey, Lila, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the stream. Oh, this says, I didn't realize this says Rudolph. Okay, I think she's gonna get a kick out of it. Let me just change it at the last minute. And yeah, I should probably wear a cape. Sorry, I didn't realize it was still there. I think games were quite interesting. I think Omid showed a very significant. Thank you, Omid. That's very kind of you to say. I think Omid demonstrated the difference in class, which I think is fairly important. I think the difference in our ratings is about 325 points, which I think is pretty accurate. It was fun, and thank you again. Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna end the stream now. We're gonna have another analysis of this tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Let's see whom we can raid right now. So let's see. Oh, okay. Chess, Gotham Chess. Let's see who is streaming. If you guys have any suggestions with regards to whom we should raid, let's see. Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Actually, that's perfect. I'm gonna actually send you to Chessbra. They apparently have a sub battle with Nemo. So let's see, Chessbra, which is obviously interesting, and looking forward to seeing you again. And say hello to Chessbra for me. Bye, Omid. Thank you again for the match. Thank you, Maria, again. Thank you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Raid is starting. So let's see. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sepper, my friend. That's very greatly appreciated. And thank you for staying. And I know it's a different time zone. All right. Raid is on. Let me make sure.